vigilant through the opening group matches. As we look at Wael El Said's Wadi Degla side, chance for American talent to make a name for themselves. There was a sad opening start for Malowski, who went off injured early in the opening match. Farah Hassan retains the gloves. It's a first start for the American Kaylee Mary Cruz. We've got the El Sol sisters, twins, on either flank, and Haley Robertson will be hoping to link up with Maria Ali as the Egyptians look for at least a point to keep their dreams of the knockout stage alive. Currently bottom alongside the Yelsa Queens. So Wadi Degla get us underway as the Egyptian champions take on the champions of this competition and of South Africa, Mamelodi Sundowns. Jerry Chabalala, the Sundowns coach, also affectionately known as Kappa, said in the pre-match that we're looking to deny the Egyptians possession. First touch for Osija. Apologies from what was a good-looking attempt to get in behind. El Dambuki unable to connect with their teammate. Chabalala also said he felt that the Egyptians were slow in defence, wanted to press high and put them under pressure. They're doing that from the off. Two strikers coming together to help each other out. Lona Daweti, of course, the highly experienced Ndasiwe Okoye. Well, Chabalala not shy to share his opinions alongside his first-team coach, Agnes Nkosi, former captain under Chabalala. Spoke about what he'd seen from her as a leader on the field, mentoring her off the field. In fact, during the 2021 edition, Chabalala spent his times in the stands getting a more tactical view with Nkosi leading from the sidelines. So a very good partnership there. And now it should have been a fine link-up play for the opening goal. Daweti, no wonder she's fuming. It's a very good cross into the air, just digging one out before it went out, and then just somehow didn't put full head on it. The chance went to begging. Daweti was so happy with her conversion rate. 2 chances, 2 goals. The first chance here. It's a bad miss by her standards. Morifi. Now Botumelo Rabali. 3 in the midfield 5 that retained their place from the opening fixture. First touch for Lerato Gagago. Certainly showing the strength of the Sundowns squad. Strength from Rabali. Is brilliantly under pressure to retain possession. Mokwena. Well, just asking Thandi to have to draw back. Just tripping over the ball. While El Sayed, sort of see the look of someone who knows they need a result. It was Mahmoud Abdelhamid, who's started alongside Abdelaziz Mohamed in a back 2, but is slotted in at right back. Space on the left-hand flank. Great chance to get a strike away. Blocked in the initial effort. Strong play from Noah El Sol. 2 braces in the 2 legs. Qualifying that helped Wadi Degla return to this stage. First ever Champions League goal, the 22-year-old in the 3-1 win over Mandi. Second goal against Asakas. The ball deflected high. It's Elba Mbuki who went down clutching her head. Seems to also be a problem for Ndisiwe Okoye. She came off the bench in the opening match. She was the real difference in the final a year ago. An assist for Joelle Morifi. And scoring the clinching goal, but really strapping, although hopefully from the stretching it's nothing too serious. Obviously certainly a discomfort. She certainly has had a fascinating career. One of the early exponents from South Africa to Europe. League winner in Slovakia and Kosovo. Still dreams of potentially trying to force a way back into the South African squad. Maybe time up on that front now. South Africa winning their first ever women's AFCON title. Dlamini and Talia Smith among a smattering of Mamelodi Sundowns talent who have helped lift the title. Degla coming forward. It's the other El Sol sister, this time delivering. Yeah, though, seeing her ball find all the way to Mathandi. Karabo. Mathandi was playing centrally in the opening match, showing her flexibility, powerful and paceful. Will take the place of Rhoda Mulaudzi, number 9, who started out on the flank. Noetti protecting the ball away from Cruz. Almost an error there from Farah Hassan, but finally got her gloves on the ball. Stuck between 2 golden shirts. Gets the decision. Dropping deep, Mayra Ali. This was the chance just before for Taweti to try and get on the speculative ball of Rabali. Didn't get a chance at a bite. She got the thumbs up though to her midfielder. Chance for Haley Robertson. Came through. Troy Trojans. United States. Chance to represent the Egyptian champions. member of America. That's given away cheaply by Mathandi. Early ball from Noah El Sol. Robertson. Lack of communication though between the two youngsters. The young team is hailing from Wadi. So far just lacking the experience shown by their South African counterparts. That's given away cheaply. Daweti to Mathandi. Long searching ball. Morifi gets there first. It's a brilliant ball, and it is the simplest of finish for the women of the moment. A golden start for Leona Daweti. I'll see the standards demanded by Zabalala. Screaming at something he's not happy about, but he must be delighted with this opening goal. Morifi released down the left, first time ball, and as soon as it left the number 8's boot, you can tell it was going to be a tap-in. Perfection. And then the simplest of tasks for Daweti, showing striker's instinct. And that's her third goal of the competition, and just 2 games in. Well, a real shame. Looks like it's an early end to the match for McCoy. That is not a good sign. On comes the woman that she linked with to set up Morifi's score in last year's final. Started the first match. Linda Dieti now on alongside Daweti. Anderson twisting and turning, but it's Morifi. Just not finding the feet of Daweti. Already an uphill task for Wadi Degla as the Sundowns look to get on with things quickly. This is exactly what their coach Jamalala was talking about. Made great use of it there. Good pace shown here, but Morifi tries to have a nibble. Doesn't get anything on it. Abuel Fawa just pushed back. Ball lifted in. It's an easy take for Bosija. Going off, and Dieti on his information of that early injury. Again, one. Space for Daweti. Oh, it's a sumptuous ball. Really well done from the Wadi Degla captain to initially block it. Sundowns trying to bring the spirits down of Wadi Degla. Bandy too easy to the byline, just away from Rabali. Oh, it's all over. Will there be an offside flag? But she's done the right thing, she's put it in. Will he be able to clear things up? Offside assistant doing the right thing, waiting for the ball to hit the back of the net before raising her flag, and we'll see here, just off. Defence slow to react, really. As you see from captain number 8, Omnia Mahmoud. Clashing. Jihad Abdelaziz. Just come on. Dieti almost had a goal straight away. Boy, such a frustrating time, the 34-year-old with injuries. Actually, at least for El Sol, just winded. A little late there. Kick now, much long. Robertson doesn't protect the ball well enough. Sandy, neat interchanging play from the Sundowns. It worked well back from Maria Ali, but she almost got very unlucky. Forced to clear it, Mathandi putting the pressure on, and it will be Egyptian throw. To look long. Luffy just dropping deep. It's gone against her. Soon for handball. To come from the assistant, maybe. Communication, of course, between the team. Lala demands a lot. You see that he's getting results. We talk about interview not being blown away, but what he achieved last year. Unprecedented treble in women's football. Leading the Sundowns to glory in the inaugural CAF Women's Champions League. Ball lifted in. Sandy can complete the clearance. Title was sandwiched last year between the regional triumph in the COSAFA's Champions League qualifying tournament, of course retaining the domestic Hollywood Bet Super League title. So, Kappa said he wanted more. Still a proposed FIFA Women's Club World Cup, Women's World Cup and the Women's African Cup of Nations. So clearly just looking domestically, but also a potential international future. Of course, South Africa, their first women's AFCON. Morocco in that final. Doetti. It's been a lot of Mathandi. Really too much. Deep. Yeah, Ali. Slip through. Gago able to take it from the defence. To move on quickly to Wadi. Touch for the captain. Lapo came on as a late substitute in the opening match day, but back in to her role as the anchor of the back three. Carabo backpedaling to offer an option. To come a long way forward, finds Doetti. Sure if Morifi managed to get it, but off camera instead of throwing too quickly. Gets the balls out, Carabo quick onto it. Space on the right hand side for Mathandi, but the ball given away cheaply. Quickly from Noah El Sol, just changing the direction, finding her twin sister. Mathandi blocked by Maria Ali. Lovely touch from Robertson. The last second. Mbani got in ahead. Started as captain on match day 1. Taking a step to the right. Captain's return. Little threat there. Wadi Degla have to be far more decisive in the final third. Ball well read by Abiba Afif. Does well to ride the challenge. Noah tries to find sister Jian. Offside. Heartbreak for Wadi Degla. In Group A with Sakas, Malibu Kings, Monday, winning that opening match. And defeats and a draw despite leading Sakas twice. So the Egyptians crash out head-to-head. Malibu Kings, goal difference, they were behind as well. Sakas went all the way to the final, only to lose out to the Sundowns. Mamelodi scored 2 goals before the prestigious first final in the Champions League. Doubled that tally to lift the Champions League. Already scored half their goals of 2021 edition in the first match alone. It could be about to level it. They look a far sharper, more comfortable, expressive team than 12 months ago. Fine block. More quick, incisive build-up. Lovely change of direction from substitutes. Diete to the valley. Lead back for Tegagago. Fielder dropped in her tracks, but now
these guys.
Valley from the corner. Miss Mathandi. This is everyone. Fell to the captain, she just couldn't dig it out. Alafo. Let off Wadi Degla, but they're under threat of being overrun at times. Diete. It's the captain who could have doubled the advantage. Bani Murifi just moonwalking back. This was the ball in past Mathandi and it fell, but didn't get the first time shot right. Instead, stepping on the ball. That allowed Bassant Mohammed to dive across. Somewhat save while El Said's young Egyptian champions. Degla being forced to drop deep. Just losing their forward players. Dropping deep both. Robertson and Maria Ali. Interception there by Cruz. Compatriot Robertson. Blocked out by Mbani. Smart ball to find Roberto Gago. Wena. Bani. Deweti. Keeps a run going. What's left there from Mathandi? It could be a tap in. It's been coming. And now it's arrived. Coming on as a substitute for McCoy. Diete doubles the Sundowns advantage. And it is a long way back for Wadi Degla. Lovely ball from Deweti. Unselfish. It was Deweti who started the move. Rabali and a touch for Kagasago. Diete just stopped herself and let the ball arrive at her feet. And it was a simple task of playing it past the completely exposed Farah Hassan. Mamelodi Sundowns 2, Wadi Degla 0. Well, that is a very disappointing sight. Noel Sol heading off. I am Abdel Latif coming on. Very tactical or weather. Still feeling the effects of an earlier knock. Start to worry about Wadi Degla. Went on to win this title, but for a lot of the campaign, Sundowns somewhat bogged down, unable to really express themselves the way they do domestically. That is certainly not the case this time around. A year on, the defending champions have found their way to bring their domestic form onto the continent. Leading into this competition, they'd won 24 of 27 league games, just 2 defeats and a draw, an amazing 112 goals, conceding just 11, and in just 2 match days, they've already matched their goals tally from last year's triumph. And they look hungry for more. Mathandi lifts it in. Oh, it's a lovely touch and turn from Deweti. Oh, it even brings the Maradona spin in. Eventually, black shirts surrounding her, dazed and confused, finally managed to stop her. But you just see the confidence brimming as Carabo now returns to this left-hand side. Mabani to the right of Inlafo. Bani to Mathandi, who has just got the freedom of the park down that right flank. And it's a wonderful ball. Well, it was missed by Deweti. She got the scissors out. She cut with the wrong hand. It was offside against Marifi. This would have counted had she made contact. 3 goals already in the competition. Deweti, very much the archetypal fox in the box. Very much reminds me of Rod Wallace, former Leeds Glasgow Rangers striker. Diminutive figure, but great movement on and off the ball. Plenty of quality on the ball. Nabali, that ball over the top. Morifi with a cross that was begging to be tucked away. Deweti did just that, and then the number 16 starting the move, spreading it to Mathandi, and then looking on a strike partner, Diete, tapped in to make it 2-0. It really feels like 2 goals and counting. A real hard start to the match. It's going to be tough for Wadi Degla to keep any belief. Well, fortunate there, Bassem Mohamed. Well, at least initially, clear pullback on Daweti. Eventually seeing a tug. Free kick. Further pressure. Just got herself caught in possession by a double team of Kagadieti and Daweti. Valley with Mokwena. Lovely little triangles. Thandi lifts it in. Oh, she waited on it. They fall kindly for Daweti. Keep the pressure on Rabali. I think she had her boots trod on by the substitute. Abdelatif trying to help back, but it's fallen to Mathandi. Hafiz trying to work back. Initial challenge helping out. The rosy head of Mathandi. Well, the midfield feeling encouraged to get forward. Happy to leave Mokwena as the screening player with the back three there as well. Labala could have left it to Daweti. The strike coming in though. Could have been a stunning third. Just flashed past Farah Hassan's goal. Speculative effort from Mokwena. Always drifting away from the target. Management team of the Sundowns delighted, at least with the score, even if still very much in competitive mode. How about Lala alongside assistant Nkosi? Degla just looking for a sign of life in this match for them. El Said very worried about suffering a heavy defeat. The way that the Sundowns are playing, so they wouldn't bet against it. Said in the job since July 2021. To that first ever Women's Champions League victory. Match day one of last year's competition, but it's been now 3 games without victory. It looks likely to be a 4th. A scream of corner, and then a quiet but affirmative yes. Not what Abiba Hafiz wanted to hear. You can see the eagle eye of the assistant got it spot on. Nathandi cleverly playing it off the defender. Labali to deliver. The captain again hovering, but it's Mabandi. Hits it wide, Mbani. Far too easy for Mamelodi Sundowns to get on the end of the ball. Marking certainly not up to the standards Wadi Degla would want to see. Trying to show her footballing skills, but she's in goal for a reason. Osija Gets away with wayward thinking, far too casual. It was Philistus Rabalau, who was the number 2, started the first 2 games of the 2021 edition. Procedure ahead of her rival in the battle to be the understudy to Degla Dlamini. Just shows why Shabalala continuing to keep screaming at his team, wants to keep them going. Just giving away a cheap corner, but he will have another. Looks like a sore one for Maria Ali. It's just a teammate who accidentally stands on her hand. It's going to be a sore one. But Wadi Degla desperate to find a route back into the match. They're not going to do it with deliveries like that. And now the counter could put them in big trouble. Well, just keeping the ball in. Gadiete, Daweti. Oh, it's really smart play. Lovely first touch from Abali. Gadiete trying a scorpion there. They're working hard to try. She puts enough pressure on Hayem, the substitute, on for Noah El Sol. Hayem. Right place, the right time to challenge there, but it falls kindly for Gadiete. Nathandi might decide to go for the byline. Cuts inside instead. She just, first touch from Mia Mahmoud wasn't the best. Again, just wanted to get it out wherever. Delazek just doing the lace there. Years of age, tournament debut. Match day 1 ended in defeat. Looks like it's going to be the same on match day 2. Unless they can start to find ways to pressure the Sundowns, who look like they're in a training session. Delivery, giving no chance to captain. Long way back, Ali. See that Daly Cruz has swapped to right back, Omnia into centre back. As they had started with Bassam and Omnia in the opening game. I was surprised to see Daly Cruz in at centre back. Captain now, back where she started the tournament. Well, one back from Rabali. Orifi, heavy touch. It's a really good ball down the line for Robertson to chase. Gets the run of the ball, needs some support. Instead has to come a long way back and allow the golden shirts of the Sundowns to flood back. Shows for it. Nice ball back to Gian El Sol. Asking way too much of Marwa. Nathandi links with Karigieti. Now Morifi. Well, the little cut back. It's better from Wadi Degla. Moving the play in Maya. Abdel Razek. The lovely use of the decoy. 17-year-old playing it off to Gian El Sol. Now a bit of space to work in. Oh, it's a lovely little drop of the shoulder from Maria Ali. Trying to get a shot away. Frustration for Ayem. He's bursting a gut to give her support. You can understand the desire to try and test so far underemployed Osija. But now Marifi in ahead again. Trying to get the ball out of her feet. Back to Daweti. Fine save from Farah Hassan. Not enough pace and power to beat her there from Daweti. Needed a bit better placement. Again, leading scorer in the competition, threatening again. Did well to just shift her weight, palm it away. It is still Mamelodi Sundowns who lead by 2-0 as they did against Bielsa Queens for a late goal. Just give them something to think about, but in truth the Nigerian champions seriously look like getting back on level terms. The Egyptian club really needing better balls to try and actually give the Sundowns defence a threat to worry about. Robertson now playing a more lone role. Mia Ali dropping a bit deeper. Just to try and give a little bit more stability. Sundowns playing through Egyptians in all black far too easily. And here they go again, Daweti on the move, she's got Kagdiete. Just too close to Hassan. It was brilliantly to intercept. She's on her toes. Certainly stopped another tap in. Brilliant curve of the run to stay onside. Got the ball out her feet. The ball just trundling too close to the goalkeeper, who was brave at the feet of Kagadiete. Two players down here. Vani. The Degla substitute, Hayem. Up for the high ball. Hayem. A little bit reckless. Vani certainly went up a long way to come crashing down. They've certainly been treated to a spectacular first half performance by South African giants. Mamelodi Sundowns, a breath of fresh air. A way that they didn't manage until the final last year. But they look like the team to beat. Just in terms of being the defending champions, but certainly on form. Bani. Gwena finds Rabali. Mathandi. Is there to be further pain for Wadi Degla? Just over a minute before the half-time break, plus any stoppage time on Rifi. Constant threat down this left flank. Rabali. So difficult to get the ball off her. Here she is again. Wanted the return. Instead it comes to Morifi. Rabali taking on the role of number 9. Too easily won back. Gassago stealing it from GNL Seoul. Sundowns looking for a last late treat. What has been a terrific first half. Just let the ball run through, but not quite on the same wavelength. Bani through Inlafo. Now Karapo. Marifi short for an early ball back. Flying wing back. Oh, that seems like a clattering between the two. And in fact, it's going to be the first yellow card of the match, Mokoena. Well, they keep asking for VAR. I've seen VAR intervene to produce a yellow card. Certainly slightly different criteria for its use, but I think it's going to be for that one. Seemed a little unfortunate to maybe go into the book, but the referee seeing her as catching Maya. Mokoena, the first booking of the match. Otherwise, it's been a relatively straightforward afternoon, early evening for Iratunga. And she now brings the half to a close. Mamelodi Sundowns have been sparkling, even with the disappointment of Mikoyi going off injured. Ilona Daweti had already given the Brazilians the lead, and then Kagatiete, who replaced Mikoyi, was on hand to finish a fine team flowing move. Wadi Degla have fought hard but lacked quality, and it's going to be a huge second half for them to try and find a way to stop the Sundowns. That's certainly the task ahead of all the teams in the competition. Dominant throughout. It could have been worse than just the 2-0 scoreline, which was a similar story for Wadi Degla in their matchday 1 defeat against Tepe Mazembe. The Ravens could have had more. So at half-time, Egyptian champions fortunate in some ways to only be down by 2-0. Certainly be down to the attitude of the champions, and they do in the second half. Join us for that very soon. Well, the first half underway. Mamelodi Sundowns quickly into their stride. Daweti trying to get through and at the ball. Having scored a brace on matchday 1, Daweti was the huge threat, and her movement was picked out perfectly by Marifi. She got the game opener. Marifi had a long time to think about it, was brave though, ahead of Passant. She whipped it in after getting on the end of Rabali's brilliant searching ball. And Daweti couldn't miss. No goals in 2021's edition. Daweti now with 3, and she was at the heart and soul of their number 2. Mikoyi had gone off injured for Kagatiete. The number 11 just stopped herself, got herself ready, and again a simple tap in, but there was nothing simple about the build-up. Sumptuous play, Mathandi across. Kagatiete snuck in to snaffle home the Sundowns second. Well, it could have been more, but at half-time break, 2-0 to the Sundowns. welcome back here to the Stade of Marrakesh. They're certainly enjoying themselves in the stands as much as Mamelodi Sundowns have enjoyed the opening half, of which they have made superb impression after a very good victory against Bielsa. Ladies, Queens look like en route to toppling Wadi Degla, the Egyptian champions. Wadi striking after just 10 minutes to make it 3 for the tournament, just before McCoy sadly had to go off injured, an already heavily strapped right leg. The knock went off. Diete coming on 14 minutes later, on hand to finish. Fine, free-flowing team move. One wobble at the back for the Sundowns. Some hope that still Lani Boseja in goal ahead of rested Dlamini. Decided she wanted to get involved in the play. Ended in a corner. The Botswana goalkeeper and had her blushes saved. A tough watch for Wadi Degla fans and the squad, as McCoy will hope her injury isn't too serious. Well, some fast asleep, certainly in watching the dynamic dimensions of the play of Mamelodi Sundowns. It's certainly something that will keep you wide awake and excited ahead of the second half. But can Wadi Degla make a game of it, or will it be another half of suffering? Wadi lost Noah El Sol on the left flank. Will there be further changes at the break? Or maybe the voice competition, the half-time break. It's the competitive action. The football pitch is leaving Wadi Degla behind. Already seen the Buffaloes win heavily. 4-0 win on match day 1 to open the second edition of the CAF Women's Champions League. So far, the biggest win of the tournament. There's a risk for Wadi Degla that Mamelodi Sundowns could very easily find a way to better that result. Already looking for Loin for Noel Solo in goal. Already 2 matches played in Group A. Far Rabat, the other, including Degla and Mamelodi Sundowns, 3 clubs who returned, having played in the maiden voyage of the Women's Champions League. They have 2 wins from 2, having beaten Green Buffaloes by 2-1. Mamelodi Sundowns looking to emulate Moroccan rivals and may feel the biggest threat to the defence of their title. So they're back underway against Wadi Degla, 2 goals to the good. Leaves Group A in a very interesting place ahead of the final group stage game. Rabat already into the knockout phase. Face at bottom of the table determined girls. Final outing. Because the Green Buffaloes and Simba Queens play each other, there's no way Far Rabat can be put out, especially having beaten the Buffaloes and the Simba Queens. The question is who will join them. The determined girls would have a chance. Wasn't for our showing over the first two matches, so it's a real shootout between the Green Buffaloes and Simba Queens. B, Mamelodi Sundowns looking to book their place in the knockout stage. Mazembe would qualify both the teams. Bielsa Queens later today. Otherwise it'll be a similar picture in Group B to Group A. Goes to the victory for the Nigerian champions, Bielsa Queens. Wadi Degla though, desperate to find some grip on this match. Feels a huge threat. And this game could see the Sundowns rack up a score. Really depend on their mentality, but they've often looked to be on the front foot. Really, handball quite clearly there. The play's raged on. Short target, well, I think had it come to a goal, VAR would have quickly overturned that, but Naira happy to play on. It would have been a very easy decision. It's quite incredible. Nobody noticed. Clearly, Mamelodi Sundown defenders noticed, particularly captain Alfo. He's the one heading the ball. Suddenly it wasn't there. Later tonight, TP Mazembe taking on Bielsa Queens, a huge match for both teams. Thandi overruns it. For Shabalala, it's about maintaining standards. Want this second half to just drift, as they did somewhat in the opening match. Saw Bielsa Queens make it a nervy final 9 minutes when they scored the first goal South Africans have conceded in a women's CAF Champions League match. Now they've added exhilarant attacking play. Already incredible defensive solidity makes them the double threat. Still the knockout stages, some surprises. Indeed, the Sundowns clinch place tonight. Deweti off the chest, just trying to get the other side of Bassett. The referee, the whistle stays silent. Mathandi, vital block for Abiba Afiz. The referee was right on the mark. Wasn't interested in Wadi Degla calls for a free kick. Although I think VAR would have given our whistler something to think about. A clear tug of the jersey from Deweti. Incessantly trying to gobble up another goal. Mamelodi. Deweti again. It's lovely, incisive play. Mamelodi on the spin. Vital challenge from Bassan Mohamed. Just put her off as Mia shows her frustration, the pressure they're being put under. Hassan trying to organise. Vital moments. The Egyptians try and keep somewhat in this contest. Looking ball up for Bassan. Falls kindly for Marwa Tawit. She leaves it for her teenage teammate Maya. She's blocked. Andy just can't keep it in. Tafik. El Sol. Moving on to the left flanker. His sister left as she substituted off to the early for Hayem. Sure if or tactical didn't seem to necessarily be a problem, but she had taken a couple of knocks. Noah El Sol. Brilliant ball to Mamelodi. Deweti wanted it early, just held on to it too long. Deweti was still absolutely steamrolling to try and keep it in, despite the fact there's a corner. Takes it shortly with Mamelodi. Clips it to the back post. Cruz lets it run through to Morifi. Rabali, but she won't be happy with that. It seems an awful long time ago that Wadi Degla made history by winning the first ever group match in the inaugural Women's African Champions League. Mali's AS Mandi in Cairo. Certainly not been much joy here in Morocco. Sandy reading the pass out. Ball's not going to go out. Sandy disbelieving, a shake of the luminous head. What has he managed to say at the break to try and inspire? It would be a real shock of a comeback. The way things are going. Hayem, really good touch. Read it out by 3. Already on a booking. Gwena just has to be a little careful. Standing in ahead of first teamer star Talia Smith. He's hoping to set up Deweti's opening goal. Their matchday 1 victory over the Bielsa Queens. Lily Robertson doing well, crossing and winning the corner, although Carabo felt it and come back off the American. Can they create something from the set piece? Overly committed to the black shirt to aim at, but see what she can do. It's a good delivery. Mamelodi though, chance to show her pace. Elected to go early. It's a poor touch from Kian El Sol. Giving it to Deweti. Now, excellent ball into Rabali, gets the brink of the ball. Deweti can't take it with her. Mamelodi, Giete just backpedaling Keep onside. Rabali. Deweti on the spin. He can only fire straight at Hassan. He had more time to get her bearings. Lovely quick ball. Onside. Just aware of the pressure coming in from Kaylee Cruz. Certainly been cruise control for Mamelodi Sundowns. Now with Mathandi. A lot of the ball. It's good movement from Diete. Shows Bessan a clean set of heels. Captain Omnia on the block, but it comes. It fell nicely for Sago. That's one back well. Morifi falls to Rabali. Well, she was clipped there by Hayam. Got too tight. It was Hayam Adel Haifid who was brought down in the box in Cairo's 30th of June stadium, which was inside the opening 50 seconds of the first ever group stage match of the CAF Women's Champions League. That allowed Noah El Sol to convert, the owner of the first goal in the history of the competition. This time Hayam a free kick, but one puts them under pressure. Well, change now. Mathandi has certainly been terrific. Now is replaced. On comes number 10, Chantel Esau. And also return to the firing line for Talia Smith. An unused sub in the women's AFCON final, despite starting the quarterfinal and semi-finals. African champion coming on for the final half hour or so. It's all happening. Wadi Degla set up a 5-woman wall, get their instructions to put their hands in the air. Just don't care. Chance from the set piece to test Farah Hassan. Rabali in conversation. Takes it herself! Well, no wonder she's bringing out the dance moves. Sensational free kick. Hassan could do nothing to stop it. Mamelodi Sundowns have their third. Well, she won the free kick when she was stopped from taking on her shot. And when she got the chance, found the back of the net with aplomb. Farah Hassan got a hand to it. Too much power. She couldn't tip it over. Instead, Wadi Degla looking down the barrel of a heavy defeat. It was a fine strike. Rabali absolutely delighted to hit the back of the net. Hayam giving away the free kick by blocking the midfielder. Rabali 26-year-old born in South Africa, but represented Lesotho on international duty. Here from Nalapo. Bali added to Deweti and Diete's goals from the first half. The touch is now Sago. Leaves it to Smith. Trying to link with Deweti again. Does so. Links with Kabali and takes the shot on, but speculative effort. Tell Sundown ladies clear that goals are very much available in this match. They've got 3. It's hard to see Wadi Degla keeping the Brazilians at bay, known nickname of course from the golden shirts and blue shorts reminiscent of Seleção. Certainly proving to be deserving of such a look. Lovely team to watch, easy on the eye. Balala take a huge amount of credit. Bali to an occasion, Mawa Tafik, who showing her strength. Maya back to Bessan. It's not a good ball, it just puts a bit of pressure on, but Biba Hafiz did well, but took a sore one for her troubles. Daveti pointing at the lane out, didn't quite help her. We've seen Mokwena go into the book. Seems like leniency may have been the order at the moment. So, Lauren looking, Degla coach, while El Said to tire, already 3-0 down. Chantel so with the best of balls, just straight to the black shirt now. Ball forward from Juvenile Soul, but it's not a good one. Bani able to just drift in, give procedure. Easy out. Schmidt wants someone to drop deep. See the movement she wanted, was demanding the ball. Screen in front of the back 3. Such a comfortable player in possession. Wide range of passing. Bali just keeping Carabo on her toes. It's a lovely first time ball from Candidiete. Morifi. Lucky to find the number 11, and that's a beautiful ball. Options for Marifi. Daweti waiting, she leaves it to Rabale. It's 4 and easy for the Sundowns. And it's a double for Rabale. Daweti showing she's a team player. Captain Omnia, just look around. Far too easy. Well, might get involved there. First instinct is Marifi was onside, but we'll wait and see. But nothing unclear about the cross, and then a crisp finish. Rabali having already struck in a beautiful free kick. Just side footing with Hassan completely exposed. She could have gone either way. She went back across the goalkeeper. And it is 4-0 to the defending champions. just want the match to end, surely, as Samir prepares to come on, and it's going to be a long, hard night in Marrakesh. It's Wadi Degla. See Champions League nightmare. Oh, that's a sore one, totally by accident, because it's just a strike from distance from Isao. Deweti does play the ball out. And that's the last thing you need. You're already getting the run around. A speculative effort just knocks the stuffing out of you. And it's certainly Wadi Degla who have had a knockout blow. Now, fortunately, at least, I'd say it's hit her back, not taken in the head. So sore, and one that certainly not one I think that will cause any more trouble than the scoreline. Just for a little bit more treatment, more of a cuddle and some emotional support, and that's something certainly El Said is going to have to do, him and his coaching team. Lamini looking on from the bench. Certainly would have had as much action on the bench as she would have had she started. Balala showing the strength of his squad, making 6 changes, and yet nothing has changed. Arifi, though, no surprise, she remained a starter. Somewhat irreplaceable down that left flank. It's a wayward attempt from Schmidt. The record margin of victory in CAF Women's Champions League, initially set by Rivers Angels, a 4-0 win, match day 3. Last year's competition against Veiga Queens. The Green Buffaloes have already equalled it. This year's opening game, that emphatic 4-0 win over Determined Girls. Mamelodi Sundowns with the chance to set a new record. Just one away from doing that. And they do not look like a side ready to just sit back and pass it around. Murifi, looping ball. Sat under it though. Clean take. Exasperated look. No wonder. It's been a long and torrid 70 minutes, almost, for Wadi Degla. Just not got the physical or technical ability to go toe-to-toe with Mamelodi Sundowns. Now they're just picking through. Just over cooked from Rabali. She looked for the run of Diete. Kick out, and a fine take and turn from Guian El Sol. Just couldn't get round the imposing figure of Mbani. Uses her captain, Malafo, as an escape route. So with no support though, she has to do it all alone. Pass Mbani. Schmidt onto Rabali, lovely circulation of possession. Now, so the run of Deweti away from Besson. She's in behind. It's just blocked by Cruz. And the substitute, Esau, so close to getting the fifth. She started it by releasing Dewetti's wonderful movement. She picked her out. Kaylee Cruz in the way. Ali. Gianel Sol both make their way off. Marwa Mohammed moving on. Ball lofted in. A free header, just didn't read the flight of the ball, and Bani is kept alive by Lafo. Ball brought back in, it's a fine run across the defender, but Mabani couldn't direct her header on target. Getting the better of Omnia. Malala. Match day 3, and he can again shuffle his pack as Dewetti picks the pocket, but loose with the pass, but it falls to Esau. Dewetti, despite really not doing her best work there, still managed to see the ball come to her like a magnet. Kagitieti, Rabali gets away and finds Morifi. She wants Schmidt to come short. But dropping in is Tegasago. Now leaves it to Schmidt, away from Robertson. Rabali looking for Morifi. It does reach her by a deflected route, and now drives along, but Cruz steps in to just clear the lines as Wadi Degla women desperate to just get to the final whistle. They look absolutely shot. Now, chance for Esau. Another fine save from Hassan. The shot coming from a short distance. She had to react quickly. Once again, making numerous saves to keep this amazingly even, just at 4. Speculative, doesn't quite represent what that was from Rato Tegasago. Nia. Cruz down the line. Maya gives it away cheaply though. Morifi just puts on the burners. Got caught between Dewetti and Rabali. Just gone herself. It's hard not to see a new record set here with still 15 minutes of stoppage time to go. Schmidt blocked but retains possession. Lovely ball around the corner. So, it's great ball and movement. Finds Rapala. Tricks and turns. And just, as I said, focused defending from Bassant. Tough day in the office for her and her team. Touch, no substitute. Now Salem. 58 minutes of action in the 2-2 draw with Asakas. 2021 edition, the 20-year-old did start. Opening match coming in off the bench this time for Gianel Sol. Corner swung in. Well, there are just everyone looking at it. But it's Wadi Degla who are standing statues as Mabani headers in a record-setting 5th goal. And it is disaster zone for the Egyptian champions, Mamelodi Sundowns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yellow shirts could have attacked that ball. It was Mabani who did, and it is a peach of a header. Farah Hassan hardly even moved. Substitute Marwa couldn't get anywhere near it. It is a sparkling fifth for the 5-star Mamelodi Sundowns. Well, it's always a shame when there's not necessarily a competitive match between two teams. No one watching this, lucky enough to be Stade Marrakesh, fail to enjoy what has been a sparkling performance from the defending CAF Women's Champions League champions. They have been well worth this 5-0 scoreline. Not only could be more though, already, it certainly could be more before the end. Wadi Degla just chasing shadows that you can see as nightfall falls. As the night draws in, Wadi Degla just would love to go into their beds. Changes to come. New to the squad. Won this competition last year. Coming on for Tuere Morifi. No wonder she's getting a warm applause. Another stunning occasion, and Daweti, she could have had a lot more than the one goal she managed, but in the end still another terrific performance. The star striker, 3 goals in 2 games. She now gets a well-earned rest. Coming on in her place, Tembelili Masibi, wearing 25. So goes long. Robertson trying to put pressure on. Masuja took some risks before, the Botswana goalkeeper doing so on that occasion, lumping long. It turns out to be a fantastic pass, whether she meant it or not. Seja, 5 appearances for Botswana. World Cup qualifiers. It also was the Africa Cup of Nations, won by South Africa. Botswana did make the quarter-finals, lost to eventual losing finalist Morocco. In fact, Seja played against South Africa match day 3 of the group stage. Just a 1-0 win, finally beaten by Najia. 10 minutes to go. So, goalkeeper take on some of her club teammates. Dlamini, of course, and Bani, who scored the game's 5th goal tonight. So, on the bench, coming off with Schmidt, Kiete, who now are African champions for club and country. Rare opportunity though, Hayam. A good shift of body weight to just go on the side of Lafaux. So beaten quarter-finalist. That's why the goalkeeper, Moseja, with a rare chance to show her talent. Everything she's had to do is her own making. She tried to play the outfield role. It's on the corner. Not clear, but Hayan on the penalty that allowed Wadi Degla to score the first ever goal in this newly created tournament from Egypt 2021 and Morocco 2022. Fails to hit the target. A rare moment on attack for Al Said's women. Like the rest of the match, sadly, not a memorable one. But here's Hayam looking for Robertson. Takes it off the chest. Could have a strike at goal. That's really the only sight of goal Hayley Robertson has had. The young American failing to hit the target. Shabalala's side conceded their first ever goal in the CAF Women's Champions League. Still held on for a 2-1 win over Bielsa Queens, who will be desperate with their first tournament win. They face off tonight's Group B clash, taking on Tepe Mazembe. Didn't add to their 7th minute goal against Wadi Degla. Certainly had chances to. It's Mamelodi Sundowns, who've shown a much more clinical streak. Chance to get in behind there. Besant did brilliantly to get across to shut down the advancing run of Masibi. Overran it. So I feels she was caught. It's not a nice one. Down the shin. Hopefully her shin guards are there. Terminations for one side. Number 1 for the Sundowns, as they have been in this competition. An awful long time in the last year. Well, it's good to see Ikoyi smiling behind her mask. 25, go! Certainly, it's been a tough watch, having started but going off early to injury after 11 minutes. Hopefully, still has a part to play in the tournament. She can stay fit. Maya stepping in. Robertson still showing. Neat turn, but Lafaux keeping a keen eye on the young American. Patrick Cruz not able to link up with her. Quick throw taken by Carabo. Betsy. Now Mbani, who got the 5th of the night. Duetti, Kadiete, Mbani, and a double from Rabali. Is there yet more? Is there to be a hat-trick? There could have been, if not for another sharp save from Farah Hassan. Wadi Degla could have been facing double figures if it wasn't for the blue-tinted goalkeeper. Fine save as she dove across to her left-hand side. Bali did catch it well. Vaughan kindly digs it back. Driven wide by Kegasago. Degla just unable to maintain any meaningful possession. It just makes it so much easier for the Sundowns. The Ole starting in the crowd. Beautiful ball. It's good defending. The keeper was coming, but didn't want to take any risks. Schmidt with the ball through. Although Hassan felt she did have it under control. Free kick given nonetheless. Bit of a bitty end to the match. Balala. Nikoi, absolutely delighted with this 5-star showing. Back at that chance for Rabali. There's only ever been one hat-trick in Women's Champions League history. That was a stunning treble from Sana Masudi for Far Rabat against Rivers Angels. Match day 1 of Group B. Same day, Mamelodi Sundowns. Their first ever goal and victory in this competition through Melinda Diete. Score sheet again this evening. Unless there's a late chance for Rabali, but it's Hayam. Actually, he's finishing the game very strongly for Wadi Degla. Ball back to Taufik Cruz. Maya. The Egyptians need to do to make a bigger impact in the Women's Champions League. Robertson. More out of hope than expectation. Had VAR involved this evening. Major decisions needing reviewed. Things brought to the referee's attention. Isau. With Karatiete. Sago. Karatiete skips away. Rabali. Oh, it's a beautifully paced ball. They get in each other's way. There is an offside in the mix. And again, far too easy for them to cut through. Tight, but correct decision. Cruz would have liked to have known before. I think it's Maya actually, obviously down that challenge. Stoppage time. I think as much hurt pride as anything else. It's been a painful early evening for Wadi Degla. Having lost their opening match by a 0-0 after conceding early to Tepe Mazembe. Conceded early again this evening. Mamelodi Sundowns have been clinical in a way the Ravens were not. You can see the frustration for Mamelodi substitute. Kikana thought it was her chance to get in on goal. And that is that. 5 of the best from Mamelodi Sundowns, the defending champions, were already impressive in what was a 2-1 win on match day 1. But this a real warning to anyone thinking about trying to wrestle the title from them. Wadi Degla down and out after a 5-0 drubbing. It's the champions of Africa that are all smiles after a 5-0 victory over Wadi Degla. Mentally, a sore one for the Egyptian champions. Not used to losing domestically, but now coming to the table with the best